racing mind at night. And what triggers it? Well, the most common thing is the hormone levels in Rita's body, your body, Rita, have dropped. They're not the same. And I don't know how old you are, but I'm going to make a guess that if you've slept pretty much your whole life, and then all of a sudden, in your 40s, your late 30s, your 40s, your 50s, in the perimenopause or the menopause, you're having trouble sleep, that's an assumption I'm going to make, that your hormone levels have declined. And for example, when your estrogen level declines, your body doesn't like it. And in the middle of the night, it's registering low estrogen levels. And so the pituitary gland goes, well, this is not tolerable. I'm going to put out a blast to try and trigger that ovary to release some estrogen in these declining estrogen levels. But it's a stressful thing, and simultaneously your body does the biology of fight or flight. It triggers adrenaline, and it's that adrenaline that is the energy for that racing mind and keeping you awake. How do I know about one aspect of this? In college and in medical school, 4 times a year, for every midterm and final, not every year, but most years, I would take something that was a long-acting adrenaline, because it was known to medical students and to a lot of college students that it would help us stay awake and think very clearly and very active with a wonderfully active mind and just gobble up the facts and stay awake all night to pull an all-nighter. And I would do that 4 times a year, midterm and finals. And that thing was a long-acting adrenaline, is what it was. It was called Dexedrine. It was called a diet pill at those times. And the main thing is this happens to women all the time in the middle of the night. Their body's excreting extra adrenaline. And in fact, 20-year-olds, 20-year-old medical students can drink coffee at midnight and has to drink another cup of coffee at 1 a.m. and another cup of coffee at 2 a.m. because the coffee doesn't last very long, because 20-year-old livers are so healthy that they dismantle the caffeine really quickly. But 40-year-old livers and 50-year-old livers that have some mileage on them, they don't dismantle coffee or adrenaline that rapidly. And you get to stay awake with, as you put it, being an audience member to a 2-person play, and you want both of them to shut up. It's the adrenaline that's keeping you awake, and you're at the mercy of how healthy your liver is and how long it takes you to dismantle that adrenaline. But what was the origin? Your estrogen levels were dropping. Throw into this mix is one of the greatest calmers known to womankind is a hormone called progesterone. It balances progesterone. And if we were to choose the right amount of progesterone and inject it to man, woman, anybody, we'd put into sleep so deep that surgery could be performed on us. You can't name a lot of human biochemicals that'll do that. And what happens in the perimenopause is as early as the early 30s. The progesterone level starts diminishing and it starts declining. It declines faster than the estrogen level does. And you get into low progesterone levels, you start getting into mood issues and sleep issues. So sleep is very much affected in the perimenopause and the menopause. Moral of the story, learn about hormones, seek out the assistance of a health provider that is specifically trained in helping you with hormones, and get it right, because the earlier you intervene, the better it is for you. Now, there's a lot of things that can play into sleep, so I'm not going to say only that it's about menopause, but I wanted to give you the most common thing. That's racing mind at night, and declining hormones is the usual cause, and so replenish the hormones to decent levels. Not youthful levels, you don't have to. Just decent levels, and it'll do so much good for you. It's outrageous how much replenishing these powerful biochemicals, which is why the menopause method is in existence. We want to get this one right. It's very, very important for the health and for the sleep.